Hey, hi everyone. Very good evening to everyone who has been waiting or joined the session already. So, my name is Sahil Mishra. I'll be your host for today's Ask Me Anything session. Welcome to the most fun and loving destiny. Welcome to the most fun study visa discussion and session about Ireland as a destination. This is your video on YouTube. If you are looking forward to if you have any doubts regarding Ireland, if you want to know anything about it, this is your destination for your all doubts and queries in one. So again, my name is Sahil. I'm your Ireland visa host. Joining me today, Victoria, for the session as well. Hi, Victoria. Good evening. How are you?
Hey Sahil, very good evening. I am actually a senior consultant at World Ethics. I am an Irish intelligent and I bring the facts on Iran.
Okay, ouch. So you're going to tell me that I'm not bringing the facts, or like, okay, no worries.
Absolutely no.
Agreed to that. So, moving along, as today's session will be about Ireland. So, this is your overall, let's say, if you're, as I said earlier as well, that if you have any questions, anything, or if you have any doubts regarding the things we are discussing in the session, the comment section, the live chat is all open for your questions and queries. We'll be discussing everything from start to finish today about, colleges and universities, post-study jobs and things like that for Ireland. We'll try to keep it spicy, we'll try to keep it interactive as well. And we do publish these types of content on regular basis on this channel. This is World edX YouTube channel. We are sitting on a live session over here. And for anyone who's joining us, if you feel like you want to, keep taking a bit of these sessions on a regular basis, you can subscribe to the channel. Click on the like button over there. It's right there. So that, and if you can, if there is any one of your friend or family member who is maybe planning for study abroad, you can share a video accordingly. So with all that aside, let's just move and start our discussion from very basics. Will start accordingly, and again I will appreciate every questions coming in. So, Victoria, my first question is, when I look at the geography of study abroad countries that we have, countries like US, UK, Canada, तो इन सारी destinations को aside रखने के बाद, why I should choose Ireland, or maybe think about Ireland as a destination? What are the key factors a student can keep in mind, or if you can spread your light accordingly on it? So, yeah.
Well, Sahil, thank you for asking this question. I really appreciate on this because this is not only your question. There are many students who would be would be into the confusion of picking up the destination. So, as in Ireland, obviously, like it's a top ranked university, it's actually a growing market. The Google, Meta, Apple, all the headquarters are in Ireland, actually. Okay. Even if you're talking about the English speaking, you would definitely, for slighter lesser scores, also would be accepted in Ireland. And you'd have a more 2 years of post study work visa as well the work permit.
All right. So talking about and adding your pointers to the discussion as well, when it comes to Ireland, the post-study work visa for 2 years still remains intact. Wherein when we are talking about the overall geography, कि हर country अपना post-study work visa को deduct कर रही है. So that is there.
Okay.
Moving along, sorry to cut you out in this, but I believe we have a question over here. It's about Masters in Hospitality Management for study in Ireland. There's the student Jill Patel is asking about the scope and PR. So, would you like to take up this question, Victoria? Should I go for it?
Please proceed. I would be appreciating it.
Oh, fine. So, Masters in Hospitality Management, again, it's a very popular course for students who are looking forward to make their careers in travel and tourism. Definitely, Ireland, as of right now, is becoming a hub for international travelers from all over the world coming around.
Exactly.
PR is something that actually, it's very specific, and I believe it depends upon के उनके लिस्ट में क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है. विक्टोरिया, अभी आई थिंक इस चीज से अग्री करते हो कि एक स्पेसिफिक लिस्ट ऑफ कोर्स है, एक स्पेसिफिक लिस्ट ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट है, जिसमें अगर ये लैंड करता है, सो दे विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू give you
Exactly.
the PR accordingly.
Exactly. Yeah.
I believe you can provide some pointers too if you feel like it. But this is what I feel. Okay, पीआर जैसा एक सेंसिटिव जो चीज है कि स्टूडेंट इस चीज को बहुत ज्यादा एक्सप्लोर करते हैं कि मेरी पीआर अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या है। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, इफ आई आस्क यू, जब पीआर वाला क्वेश्चन अगर आया ही है तो कौन कौन से कोर्सेज हमें देखने चाहिए फॉरवर्ड, कि अगर किसी स्टूडेंट को पीआर चाहिए तो क्या कोर्सेज की तरफ स्टूडेंट को देखना चाहिए, कौन से वो कोर्सेज रहेंगे आपके हिसाब से?
सी यूजुअली ये होता है ना साहिल, अभी कोर्सेज इन द सेंस दैट आल्सो डिपेंड्स ऑन द स्टूडेंट कि वो स्टूडेंट एक्चुअली करना है। अभी हॉस्पिटैलिटी मैनेजमेंट देख रहा है स्टूडेंट, तो डेफिनेटली इसका जो है प्रोग्राम, दे हैव अ लॉट ऑफ स्कोप्स इन आयरलैंड। जैसे कि मैंने थोड़े कंपनीज मैंने आपको लिस्ट किया है, जस्ट लाइक दे हैव अ वेरी ब्राइट फ्यूचर एंड इजी पीआर। अभी कौन से भी कंट्री में हो, 5 years का कंसिस्टेंसी रहता हो तो डेफिनेटली पीआर में आता है। एंड आई एम एक्चुअली गोना गिव यू slighter inputs in the further, like kind of questions what we come across। तो आपको मैं डिफरेंशिएट भी बताऊंगी कि एक्चुअल पीआर कैसे चलेगा आयरलैंड में।
Definitely, we'll have a discussion accordingly regarding PR. We do have plans कि अभी आगे भी we know we have for sessions going on. Moving along, another question after we get the basic idea of why Ireland. Now it comes to the universities. So if you can spread some insights about what is the type of university students can expect to look into, and if you can help us out with that, yeah.
Yeah, well, Sahil, actually, they have two different kinds of institutes in Ireland. One would be on a public university, the other one would be on a private colleges. Okay, when I talk about public university, इसके अंदर जो होता है जैसे कि Trinity College of Dublin आएगा, University of College of Dublin आएगा, NUU Galway आएगा, ठीक है, ये सब पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर आएगा। अगर प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस के बारे में अगर मैं बात कर रही हूँ तो ग्रिफिथ कॉलेज आएगा, डबलिन बिजनेस स्कूल आएगा। सो दीज आर सॉर्ट ऑफ कॉलेजेस। सो दो तरीके के इंस्टीट्यूट्स रहेंगे आयरलैंड में।
All right, all right.
या
Okay, sure. So that is it. I mean, talking about the university type again being private and public, and I would like to add some pointers in this as well.
या
कि जो प्राइवेट एंड पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज को लेके कंसेप्शन जो है वो स्टूडेंट्स का काफी अलग है। तो ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर रहता है कि स्टूडेंट्स को डिसाइड करने में, कि मेजरली मेरे पास एज अ काउंसलर कोई स्टूडेंट आता है, आप श्योर भी इस चीज से अग्री करते हो कि स्टूडेंट पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज देखते हुए ही आते हैं। आई
ट्रू
मीन, लेकिन उनको ये चीज का आइडिया नहीं होता है, कभी कभी उनके केस में मे बी ग्रेड्स उतने अच्छे नहीं है या प्राइवेट भी एक अच्छा ऑप्शन हो सकता है। सो दैट,
ट्रू।
moving along, we do have one more question. What will be the starting salary packages for graduates from the Irish universities? That is raised by Vedant. Thank you for the question, Vedant. Love to answer that. Victoria, would you like to take this question?
Yeah, definitely, like packages जो होते हैं ना, based on the that varies, but initial salary based on the work permit पे होता है। जैसे कि there are two main work permits, okay? One would be on a general employment permit, Vedansh, and the other one would be on a critical skill employment permit, okay? जो कि वो green card पे आता है। अगर general employment permit पे जा रहा है student, yeah, if a student, then he can actually earn 30,000 euros there. Okay, he can actually apply on his behalf also, and if he stays for 5 years, then PRB automatically आ जाएगा। अगर critical skilled employment permit में जा रहा है वेदांश, then it would be all related IT, engineering, healthcare sectors में अगर student is falling, then the salary would be varies 38 euros से लेके 38,000 euros से लेके 64,000 euros तक, depends on the job profile again। So fast track रहेगा, यहाँ पे PR जो है 2 years तक रहेगा।
All right, all right. That is again some good insight. Another question Vedant has is brief about the Ireland student visa process. If you can, just share some light, and according to your understanding, how a student should prepare for a student visa, if let's say if he wants to apply for one, if you can.
Yeah, Vedansh, I would actually, yes, thank you for asking this question. Normally ऐसा होता है ना कि normal visa पे, as there are two categories actually। normal visa होता है, AIP visa होता है। AIP का होता है approval in principle। तो इसके conditions रहेंगे usually, बहुत सारे conditions रहेंगे। normal visa पे जो है, you can everything submit it well in advance, then they give you a visa। तो जैसे कि आपको आपको कौन से वीजा पे जाना है, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन इट।
All right. Okay. Another question we have from Ash. Again, thank you for the question. Is like, does Ireland provide better job opportunities in IT section? Definitely, I would take up this question from here on. So definitely, if someone is into IT, that's we were discussing about it earlier in this session as well, कि अगर आप डेटा साइंस, कंप्यूटर साइंस, आईटी कुछ भी ऐसा कोर्स देख रहे हो और किसी भी रीजन से, बिकॉज वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट कि ज्योग्राफी कैसे स्टूडेंट वीजा की चेंज हो रही है अकॉर्डिंगली हर डेस्टिनेशन में, तो
Exactly.
कंपेयरिंग इट टू यूएस जहाँ पे एक अगेन बहुत बड़ी डेस्टिनेशन है आईटी स्टूडेंट्स के जाने के लिए, और कोई भी स्पेसिफिक रीजन से दे आर नॉट एबल टू मेक अप फॉर इट, शायद वीजा अपॉइंटमेंट फ्रीज हो गई, किसी भी रीजन से रिजेक्शंस आने के चांसेस हाई लग रहे हैं, उस सिनेरियो में डेफिनेटली आयरलैंड एक बहुत क्लोज सेकंड कॉम्पिटिटर बन के आता है उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जिनको आईटी डेटा साइंस रिलेटेड कोर्सेज करने हैं और उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी देखनी है, बिकॉज अगेन जो हमने पहले पॉइंट में डिस्कस भी किया दैट मेजर आईटी कंपनीज द बिग वंस, they're already started with their headquarters in Ireland, and those जिनके पास अभी headquarters नहीं है, they are planning to establish. So it's a booming hub for anyone who is into computer science, data, IT. Someone wants in the session wants to note it down, they can note it down as well. So yeah, that should be your answer. Moving along, we do have another question from Deepika. So hi Victoria, happy to see you after a long time, man. Thank you for the guidance and patience for answering all my queries. So I believe this is actually
Hello, Deepika. Same here. Thank you for joining me.
yeah, I mean that is one thing that we look up to it as a counselors, that we can get the appreciation from the students, and we're doing this for a very very long time. So वो students से एक feedback आता है तो एक अलग ही sort of खुशी एक अंदर से रहती है. Another query raised by Mitesh is, sir, business analytics की demand island में कैसी है? So Victoria, would you like to take up this question?
Please go ahead, Sahil.
Yeah. So talking about business analytics, definitely वो students specifically जो business और IT background के बीच में कुछ देख रहे हैं. जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी mention किया, कोई भी student जो IT देख रहा है, जो computer science देख रहा है, जो data science देख रहा है, या कोई ऐसा student है जो business analytics और कुछ business और IT के बीच का देख रहा है, उस केस में डेफिनेटली अगेन आयरलैंड बहुत बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन बनकर कि सारी आपकी जो टॉप कंपनीज हैं ये आईटी बेसिस पर ही हैं, राइट. टॉकिंग अबाउट Apple, टॉकिंग अबाउट मेटा, टॉकिंग अबाउट गूगल, इनके हेडक्वार्टर्स जो है ये आईटी बेस्ड कंपनीज, और डेफिनेटली आज के जमाने में आज के टाइम पे डेटा इज द न्यू फ्यूल फॉर एवरी कंपनी टू वर्क अपॉन. अर्लियर इट वाज कैपिटल, अर्लियर इट वाज फंडिंग एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, बट आज की डेट में बड़ी कंपनीज जो है, मेरे ख्याल से आप भी इस चीज से अग्री करते हो, वो डेटा पे ही रन कर रही हैं. तो उस डेटा को प्रॉपर एक जगह अरेंज करना, चीजें करना, तो डेफिनेटली अगेन बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स again a really good option for Ireland. Moving along, we do have again one more question that is from Gurbani Ketan. Thank you for the question. How much funds to show for study for
Yeah.
Ireland? So
I would
Victoria,
like to take this question, Sahil. Thank you for reading
definitely
out the
go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, usually in Ireland, the funds has to be shown into tuition fees plus living expenses होता है. जैसे कि living expenses होगा 12,000 euros plus tuition fees होगा. For example, 2 years का मास्टर्स है. ओके, सो अप्रोक्सीमेटली आपका 1 year का मास्टर होगा 15,000 euros plus living expenses, which is 12,000 euros. So 15,000 euros into 2 years goes to 30,000 euros as a tuition fees. 12,000 euros as a living expenses into 2 years goes 24,000. So overall the total funds approximately आपको 54,000 euros as in liquid funds आपको बताना है.
All right, I mean, that's very insightful. So I believe that should have answered the doubt. Moving along, we do have another question coming up again from Mitesh. I believe he is enjoying the session and the information that we are providing. He's asking, is the job market saturated there only for cities like Dublin, or maybe you have other opportunities available for cities like Cork too? So answering your question, Mitesh, definitely because Dublin is the capital. सो किसी भी कंट्री के कैपिटल में जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज ज्यादा होती है, चाहे वो हमारी कंट्री चाहे वो कहीं पे भी हो. बट हाँ, अगेन देयर आर इम्पोर्टेंट सिटीज दैट आर अगेन एज आई सेड स्टिल होल्ड at most important apart from Dublin. So yeah, Cork is again, UCC is there, University College Cork. And again I believe and majorly job requirement is again upon आप कौन सी फील्ड से आते हो, उस रीजन की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है. And I believe Victoria should be agreeing on this as well, right? That region wise
Exactly,
matter.
Sahil. I agree with the pointers what you have brought up to this.
रीजन वाइज आपके जॉब रिक्वायरमेंट्स बदलती है। सो डेफिनेटली कॉर्क में भी आई कैन सी के ऑप्शंस मिल जाएंगे, बट वो आपके कोर्स पे डिपेंड करता है, वहाँ के रिक्वायरमेंट्स पे भी डिपेंड करता है।
Correct.
Yeah. Another question that we have from someone's name is Speaker. I'm not sure if I'm to read it. What is Erasmus Plus program in Germany? What is the H category, sir? So, Peekaboo, this is a session for Ireland, so I can definitely answer the questions for Ireland. However, I am very much aware about Erasmus Mundus. It's a scholarship that is offered for EU countries, and there are universities and courses listed accordingly. I believe Victoria should be having some insights on this as well. कि स्पेसिफिक यूनिवर्सिटीज के लिए स्पेसिफिक स्कॉलरशिप्स लिस्टेड रहती हैं, उनका बहुत एक्सटेंसिव एक सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस है, उसमें आपको क्लियर आउट करना पड़ता है. सो दैट शुड बी, आई मीन, talking about again Germany. So this is a session for Ireland. If you have any questions for Ireland, you can definitely write it in the chat. Another question that we have from Deepika is, which university in Ireland offers the best program for my field of interest? Well, I am asking this question on behalf of a friend who has done BSc in graduation statistics. So, Victoria, would you like to take up this question for us?
You go ahead, Sahil. I guess like you have this more inputs on it because we have already studied this case earlier.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to any program that is into statistics, is between somewhere between IT mathematics comes in between. Being a mathematics student, I
Yeah.
can relate to this thing. So BSc के लिए definitely options काफी सारे हैं. Again, अगर आप top universities की बात करते हो, Victoria, I believe you also agree on that fact that UCT TCT is number one. Definitely
Exactly.
option depending upon the percentage. Apart
Exactly.
from UCT TCT, do you suggest any other options coming
We
up
have,
with mind?
yeah, we have many different universities, Deepika, here. Like we have Dublin City College, which is actually offering a good programs related to the statistics. And apart from this, we have University of Lambrick, we have University of Galway, TUD Dublin, we have, which is actually into again, many different programs again. So you can always like approach us for further discussion. We will be happy to assist you, Deepika.
I mean, definitely you can connect with us accordingly after this session, and we will be more than happy to assist you according to your profile. But adding to your answer as well, TUD Dublin, another good option for any course that is technological, that is AI, that is ML, data science, statistic. Again, TUD Dublin is something that someone can look at. So, yeah. Next question, moving along, we have from Jitendra Kumar. This is again an appreciation for you, Victoria. The student writes, Hi, Victoria, madam. This side, Jitendra, thank you for the support and guidance.
Hi, Jitendra. Thanks for joining this live session.
And again, as I said, and I believed earlier that as a counselor, ये हमारा ही जॉब है कि हम स्टूडेंट्स को बेस्ट गाइडेंस दें, एंड जब स्टूडेंट्स से आती है रिक्वायरमेंट तो ये सुन के काफी काफी अच्छा फील होता है, राइट? सो दैट, yeah. Moving along. Next question that we have is from Amazing Gamer FF. It's mentioned. I'm not sure if I'm reading the name correctly. I am having 3 to 4 years experience in India as a software developer. And what salary can I expect from Ireland, best cities, and the type of jobs? So, Victoria, would you like to take up this question?
Sahil, you proceed with this question because I've already given an approximate salary cutoff
Yeah.
here. That was the same
If you
question, I
can,
guess.
yeah, definitely. If you can reiterate that will be the same. I
Yeah,
mean,
again, I'll go with this. So the job salaries into the Ireland, specifically, like if you're looking into IT engineering sectors, then definitely your salary would be varies from 38 euros to 38,000 euros to 64,000 euros. Depends on the job. If it is IT, then it might again go for till 70 approximately, 70,000 euros.
yeah, that too. Uh, I do had like multiple island counselings last year, and I was again, as I said, I was in between discussion with students, and they actually come up with the salary part, because again, it's very important to understand कि कौन सी country कितनी ROI आपको दे रही है. So that. एंड अगेन जब आप अगेन जो हमने स्टार्टिंग में भी डिस्कस किया कि जब आप आयरलैंड एज अ डेस्टिनेशन देखते हो, तो वो हो सकता है आपकी पहली डेस्टिनेशन हो, आपने उससे उसको क्या एज अ ऑप्शन रखा हो. इस सेशन का मेन पॉइंट ये है कि वी आर ट्राइंग टू हैव अ कॉन्वर्जेशन regarding, let's say, if you want to put up some destination priority, then Ireland can be a priority too. So that is so moving along. Another question we have from Ash is, what is the average expenses for living in Ireland. So
Yeah, I would like to answer the same question.
definitely.
See, the living expenses in Ireland would be approximately 12,000 euros per year.
12,000 euros per year, ranging between from 8 to 12,000 euros per year. That again, I believe, adding to your answer as well, depending upon which city you are living in. If
Yeah.
it's a capital city,
Yeah.
definitely it's going to be a little expensive. Then if you are, somewhere around the capital city, it's going to be a little less expensive. But then again, it depends upon the area that you are living in. So that. Moving along, another question we have from Mitesh is Open University accepted in Ireland or not? So if you would like to take this question, Victoria, is Open University accepted according to your understanding, maybe?
Please go ahead, Sahil.
See, as per the things I know, open universities are something that has, that comes up again and again. कई सारे स्टूडेंट्स का ये डाउट रहता है कि ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज से एक्सेप्ट होती है डिग्रीज की नहीं होती है एंड माय आंसर टू दैट क्वेश्चन इज दैट अगेन इट डिपेंड्स कि आप कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी अप्लाई करो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस की तरफ देखते हैं तो उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स थोड़ी सी फ्लेक्सिबल होती हैं राइट बट ऑन द अदर हैंड पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज के बहुत डेरिवेटिव क्राइटेरियाज होते हैं कि उनको एग्जैक्ट वही चीज चाहिए सो वो डिपेंड डेफिनेटली कोर्स ऑन यूनिवर्सिटी पे करता है आई वुड रिकमेंड कि आप अपनी प्रोफाइल हमारे साथ डिस्कस करो अकॉर्डिंगली एंड आपकी प्रोफाइल के हिसाब से वी विल डेफिनेटली सजेस्ट यू इफ देयर आर एनी ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल बिकॉज ये थोड़ा सा कोर्स कोर्स और यूनिवर्सिटी टू यूनिवर्सिटी वेरी करता है मेरे केसेस में मैंने ऐसा देखा है कभी कभी यूनिवर्सिटी एक्सेप्ट कर लेती है कभी कभी अलग से मेल डालना पड़ता है या कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि उनको एक प्रॉपर लेटर हेड डिटेल्स चाहिए होती है ये मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है इस चीज़ से so that moving along another question we have from Ali Raza Lanani another question is about Duolingo acceptance so if he's asking अगर Duolingo का acceptance है क्या Ireland में so would like to answer this question for the student Victoria.
Yes, of course. Duolingos are accepted in the universities as well.
या डेफिनेटली आयरलैंड बीइंग वन डेस्टिनेशन वेयर अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है किसी भी पॉइंट पे एडिंग टू योर आंसर ओनली कि
हाँ.
आप आइल्स नहीं क्लियर कर पा रहे हो या कुछ भी ऐसा सीन है उस केस में डुओलिंगो एक्सेप्टेंस है एंड क्योंकि डुओलिंगो के डेवलपर्स ही आयरिश हैं बेसिकली नेटिव है वहाँ के सो डुओलिंगो एक्सेप्टेंस ऑलमोस्ट सारी यूनिवर्सिटी में सारे कोर्सेज के लिए इजीली एक्सेप्ट हो जाता है इजी है डुओलिंगो अटेम्प्ट करने में आसान है रिजल्ट जल्दी आ जाता है 20 to 48 आवर्स में गेट रिजल्ट सो दैट सो डेफिनेटली आराम से डुओलिंगो एक्सेप्ट हो जाता है moving along we do have another question for us Victoria that is what is the average wait time for Ireland visa application you can help the student with the
Yeah.
answer.
I would definitely wanting to answer this question, Sahil. Usually, ना ऐसा tag कुछ नहीं होता है because like if a student is looking for a scholarships and all, they always have to like target first come first serve pay service. अगर visa application का होता है, definitely we recommend the student to plan it at least 3 months before. Okay, क्योंकि yes, like they have to go get into the center VFS center space, like they have to do lot of things to fix an appointment before they get into the visas. Okay, so definitely deadlines ke liye tak we should not wait any which ways. If a student has to report to the universities, it should be at least like a 15 days prior to their batch starting date. So usually we suggest the student to apply for the visa at least 3 months before.
At least 3 months before that is what you're telling us.
Exactly.
That is again and for applying let's say if a student has to show funding options too what will be your insights when it comes to showing your funds for Ireland so would you like to list some of the ways from which student can show अगर उसको अपना fund अगर अपने account में दिखाना है तो कैसे दिखाना exactly and what is the bank statement requirements or everything you can share with us.
Exactly. Proof of funds, like, proof of pay, जैसे कि he can go with the evidence of funds, fixed deposits हो, bank statements हो, अगर कुछ savings हो तो, like, education loans are accepted, okay? Then, like, according to the requirement, जो भी student mostly तो education loan को जाते हैं शायद, तो bank state जितना भी amount, like, we have to gather for approximately जो 15,000 euros का हम लोग गैदर करना है accordingly if the student is getting prepared. Mostly students go for education loans, bank statements and all could also like work.
Understandable. 6 months, I believe, adding to your answer, 6 months
Exactly.
is
Six
a
months
good time
before,
frame.
6 months is something the statements has to be shown.
Yeah, exactly. And मेरा मेरा पर्सनल रिकमेंडेशन फ्रॉम मेरे प्रायर एक्सपीरियंस कि अगर आप लोनिंग के लिए जा रहे हो तो डेफिनेटली बैंक से ही लोन लो। एनबीएफसीज लाइक एडवांसेस वो जल्दी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते हैं ड्यू टू उनके जो भी अपने वीजा नॉर्म्स हैं या जो भी उनके रूल्स रेगुलेशंस हैं। तो जब आप लोन ले रहे हो तो इस चीज़ का ध्यान दो कि प्रॉपर बैंक से हो, डॉक्यूमेंट सारे साइन एंड स्टैम्प्ड होने चाहिए। These are a few pointers I can list, and definitely one of the most important documents for Ireland is your birth certificate. मेजर
Exactly.
कुछ कंट्रीज में भले ना मांगे बट आयरलैंड में वीजा डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के टाइम पे बर्थ सर्टिफिकेशंस मेजर टाइम्स में मांग लेते हैं। तो बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट ट्रांसलेटेड टू इंग्लिश होना ही चाहिए। Moving along, we do have another question from Ali Raza again. The student is asking, and what about New Zealand? Is Duolingo accepted there or not? So again, as I said, Duolingo का खुद का डेडिकेटेड वेबसाइट है अली। सो आप उस पर चेकआउट कर सकते हो कि डुओलिंगो की कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी पे डुओलिंगो वो कौन से कोर्स पे एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं। हाउएवर दिस सेशन इज फॉर समवन हु इज लुकिंग इनटू आयरलैंड, सो व्हाटएवर डाउट्स यू हैव फॉर आयरलैंड यू कैन आस्क, बट फॉर न्यूजीलैंड आई बिलीव कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज में कुछ कोर्सेज में करते हैं, बट वी नीड टू चेक अकॉर्डिंगली फॉर दैट। So that Victoria, here the student has another question. It's about what do you recommend, New Zealand or Ireland, in terms of studies? So, would you like to draw some comparison, maybe?
Yeah, see, my dear friend, thank you for asking this question. I'm really glad to answer it. Actually, like comparison कुछ नहीं होता है. So, New Zealand, it has its own like do's and don'ts, and Ireland and like comparatively the salary ho the scholarships ho. I am not saying that like New Zealand is not offering. New Zealand do offer this, but as for like Ireland is concerned, definitely like you would always have kind of very good advantages in order to like survive there, at least a great opportunities with the good reputed companies and all.
I mean, the best comparison we can talk about it, adding to your answer only, will be the course duration. Again,
Exactly,
we're
yeah,
talking
the
about
course
masters.
duration.
Yeah, the course duration when I talk about it. So if you can, discussing on this point only, can you let us know about the course durations as well and the entry requirements? Anything you have to add up on this, you can.
Yeah. So first and foremost, yeah, like Sahil, क्या होता है ना, usually हम लोग जब पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज हो या प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज हो जब बात करते हैं ना, तो दे आर सर्टन लाइक यूनिवर्सिटीज इन द कॉलेजेस यहाँ पे, ठीक है। ड्यूरेशन जो भी हो, अगर बैचलर्स का होता तो डेफिनेटली लाइक यू वुड हैव अ four based on the program you'll come across 4 years. If it is for masters it would be for 2 years, okay. So अगर यूनिवर्सिटी में स्टूडेंट जा रहा है तो डेफिनेटली मतलब जो फीस स्ट्रक्चर्स होगा प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस से कंपेयर करें या यूनिवर्सिटी से कंपेयर करें तो अप्स एंड डाउन्स तो होता है, बट डेफिनेटली लाइक पीआर जो है लाइक द यूनिवर्सिटीज में पीआर या प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में पीआर वन एंड सेम रहता है। यूनिवर्सिटीज का लार्जर साइज ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ रहता है, प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में स्मॉलर साइज लाइक स्मॉल साइज बैचेस रहता है। लोअर फी स्ट्रक्चर्स रहते हैं प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में, जैसे कि 8,000 यूरो से लेके 12,000 यूरो तक पर ईयर रहता है। इफ अ स्टूडेंट इज बजट कॉन्शियस ही कैन प्लान फॉर अ प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस जो कि लाइक दे आर वन एंड सेम, बट ओनली बहुत ही इंटरैक्टिव रहता है कॉलेजेस। अगर यूनिवर्सिटी है तो द फी स्ट्रक्चर वेरीज 13,000 यूरो से लेके 20,000 यूरो तक रहता है। सो इट वुड बी अ बिट हायर साइड, नॉट एग्जैक्टली, बट कॉलेज में लार्ज साइज ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटीज में लार्ज साइज ऑफ बैचेस रहते हैं। तो हाँ, there are also few things where I really wanted to talk about. One is like a very tempting word, Sahil, हम लोगों ने discussion में discuss ही नहीं किया. This is something like about the scholarship. I wanted to bring this to the limelight. Yes, Ireland do gives a lot of money here. Okay, government of they are like three different categories of scholarships here, Sahil. Okay, one is like government of Ireland international scholarship, जो कि ये 10,000 यूरो से लेके फुल ट्यूशन फीस तक दे सकता है। Okay, but again this should be on a first come first serve basis. सेकेंड होगा यूनिवर्सिटी स्पेसिफिक स्कॉलरशिप, जैसे कि मैंने थोड़े यूनिवर्सिटीज लिस्ट किया जो कि दीपिका ने क्वेश्चन किया था। ट्रिनिटी कॉलेज हो, यूसीडी हो, एनयूआई गैलवे हो, सो दिस आर ऑल मेरिट बेसिस स्कॉलरशिप्स रहता है जो नीड बेसिस पे दिया जाएगा। एंड प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस भी दिया जाए, प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में स्कॉलरशिप भी दिया जाएगा बट वो थोड़ा सा लिमिटेड दिया जाएगा, जैसे कि 10,000 से लेके 15,000 तक उन लोगों को फीस स्ट्रक्चर में थोड़ा डिस्काउंट मिलेगा।
So that, like talking about universities, so again, UCD, TCD comes up to mind. These are like top universities when it comes to any course there is. And then you have NCI, then you have Limerick, then you have Galway. So these are like all universities. They are like major good ones in Ireland. Talking about again, we do have a few questions over here. So Naveen is asking, can Indian students apply without IELTS score? So, Naveen, answering your question, yes. I mean, you can get a conditional offer letter from the university, and based on that, we can proceed with the further process. But I would recommend you to get in touch with the counselors accordingly. From we can contact us after the session, and we will guide you accordingly. So, where to apply and what can you expect in terms of offers and in terms of condition. But yes, if you don't have IELTS for the moment, it's not mandatory. It will be asked later on in the process. बाद में वो conditional offer letter के बाद IELTS का मांगते हैं. So that. And moving along, we do have again one more
Yeah.
question coming from this ID. It's called Peekaboo, I believe it's there. Erasmus Plus, how long it would be for how long it would if exchange program is it? Answering your question, Peekaboo, यार exchange program basically university आपकी जिससे टाइप वो एंड जिनके साथ है वो ज़्यादा बेहतर अंडरस्टैंडिंग exchange program का दे पाएगी. So we need to take a look at it कि कौन सा specific program है, because Erasmus की requirements definitely बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा अलग है. किसी भी scholarship से Erasmus की requirements काफ़ी अलग होती है. वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंड करता है कि आप कौन सा कोर्स ऑप्ट कर रहे हो, क्या यूसीडी के उस स्पेसिफिक कोर्स पे की स्कॉलरशिप है कि नहीं है, एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, क्या डेडलाइन है. तो डेफिनेटली कोर्स के हिसाब से वो वेरी करेगा. We do have another question coming from Amazing Game. It's mentioned how much CGPA or GPA required in graduation to get into top universities like UCD or Trinity. So, Victoria, would you
Yeah,
like to
I'm
answer?
very much happy to answer this question. Thank you for asking this question, my dear friend. See, yes, entry requirement अगर आपको top universities में जाना है, okay, तो डेफिनेटली यूनिवर्सिटीज लुक्स अप टू लाइक 70 to 75% जैसे कि यूसीडी हो या ट्रिनिटी कॉलेज हो. सो बट यूजुअली बैचलर्स के लिए यस 60% इज समथिंग फॉर द बेस्ड ऑन द बजट. अगेन इट्स अगेन अ केस टू केस स्टडी. Okay, so you have to at least have 70 for top universities, and if it is moderate universities, 60% is something usually it look. And along with that, we also look for IELTS courses, 6.5 overall has to be with no brand less than 6. And apart from graduation, we will also look up to the kind of Duolingo, the masters also. Duolingos are also accepted with the 60% of the academics, and some courses also can demand for GMAT, GRE, and all, for especially for business or data
Or
sciences.
especially MBA courses, adding up to your answer. For MBA courses, GMAT, GRE may be required, but if not, merit-based should be more than enough. But top universities के admissions के लिए definitely you have to have a really good percentage, a really good CGPA, and IELTS का भी score काफी अच्छा होना चाहिए. And the major point I found very intriguing about Ireland is आप जितनी high ranking university Ireland में रहते हो, उसकी फीस उतनी ही कम है. Discussing a very small example, आयरलैंड की सबसे टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज टीसीडी, नंबर वन इन आयरलैंड, 78 या 74 उनकी रैंकिंग है क्यूएस में. तो उनका ऐसा है कि अगर उस रैंकिंग की आप यूनिवर्सिटी लेने जाओगे किसी भी और कंट्री में, भाई उसकी फीस 30 lakhs के ऊपर जाती ही जाती है मिनिमम पे. इट कम्स टू यूनिवर्सिटीज लाइक यूसीडी टीसीडी, उनकी फीस 13 to 15,000 euros पर ईयर के हिसाब से ही रहती है, विच इज कंपैरेटिवली जब उसको कंपेयर करते हो तो काफी कम है. And I believe Victoria would be agreeing on this point with me as well, because top universities की fees definitely high होती है काफी.
Exactly, Sahil. I totally agree with you. And let me read out the question for you, Sahil, this time. Okay, so do the colleges offer many language courses? I heard Ireland has considering number of French speakers, and I am interested in the languages. What do you say on it?
I would definitely say कि हाँ since talking about the cultural diversity of the country, it's becoming a social and global hub for students. So I can see that there should be some language courses, although we need to find the exact course that you are looking forward to. So yeah, we need to do a little bit deep dive according to your profile and according to the university or maybe the location you want to go for. But yes, I can see some language courses there because again, as I said, students from different countries are already coming in, and since Ireland Schengen visa already offers you to deep dive into other European countries, creating a pathway from you wherein you can travel to other European countries once you get your PSW. So yeah, that is always we can take a look into it. Definitely we can. Anything you would like to add in this, Victoria, from your perspective?
You have answered the question. Thank you, Kawai, for answering questioning this. And there is another question here, Sahil. Full tuition fees, scholarships, किस basis पे आते हैं?
Anything would you like to take up this question?
Yeah, so full tuition fee scholarship, like there is no such thing, like, but yes, अगर आपको private colleges में जा रहे हो तो definitely the fee structure would be lesser side. Again, like that depends again case to case. एक जो कि स्कॉलरशिप मैंने अभी डिस्कस किया है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ आयरलैंड इंटरनेशनल स्कॉलरशिप, जहां पे आपको 10,000 यूरो से लेके फुल ट्यूशन फीस तक आता है. इट शुड बी 8 months of your planning. Okay, my dear friend.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
another, I believe this student has another question. He says, I have rejected from US for F1 visa. Will it affect my visa for Ireland? Well, this is something that we need to look upon, I guess, because visa rejection के काफी सारे मतलब types होते हैं. We've been in this sector. You have been in this sector for more than 8 9 years now, and I believe आपने कई तरीके के rejections देखे होंगे अपने like counseling के करियर में. मैंने भी 4 5 साल में काफी सारे डिफरेंट टाइप्स के रिजेक्शन देखे हैं. तो रिजेक्शन किस बात पे, वो आई बिलीव काफी मैटर करता है, विक्टोरिया, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू?
Exactly.
फंड के बेसिस पर है या एलिजिबिलिटी का इशू था या
That
उनको?
could be anything. That could be anything, Sahil, actually, for that matter.
हाँ,
So,
सो वी नीड टू चेक के रिजेक्शन का रीजन क्या था फ्रॉम रिजेक्शन लेटर. देन ओनली वी कैन फिगर आउट एंड टेल यू द एग्जैक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन. हाउएवर, इफ यू नीड more information, I would recommend you to get in touch with us after the session is over, and we will be more than happy to assist you. So yeah, talking again about moving along, we do have another one asking 3 to 12 months, sir. Please, yeah, I'm not able to understand this. Maybe so. Yeah, it's written. It is written that it has no home ties. It is written that this there was no home ties. ये उनके लेटर पे लिखा था, रिजेक्शन लेटर पे, ऐसा मैं देख पा रहा हूँ. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक, विक्टोरिया? यहाँ पे इनके ऑफर के रिजेक्शन लेटर पे ऐसा कुछ मेंशन है. सो इज देयर एनी पॉसिबिलिटी फॉर हिम टू अप्लाई फॉर आयरलैंड एंड मे बी गेट इनटू द कंट्री? व्हाट डू यू थिंक
it
अकॉर्डिंग टू
is
योर?
always a possibilities, but again, a case to case study रहता है ना, Sahil. So we have to work before we have to screen the profile before we take up the application. So definitely.
Definitely, that actually depends upon किस basis पर rejection है, just we were talking about it earlier. Moving along, can you list out, as I said, we were having this discussion about um, your salaries and all. If someone is international student is coming in and their expectations on salary. So if you can tell about the the whole permit post study work visa, can give us the clarity कि क्या salary expectations रह सकती हैं और employers का expectation क्या रहता है, ऐसा कुछ अगर आप, if you can help us out with this.
Well, thank you, Sahil. So, मैंने the employment, see, there would be a two main permits, okay? Work permits. One would be on a general employment work permit. The other one would be a critical skill employment permit, which could be a green card, okay? So, any job with the salary into the general employment permit, the salaries varies. वो होगा 30,000 euros से, it could go till 40, depends again, okay? Employers can apply from behalf of them. They can always, if their consistency is for 5 years, again, they will be eligible for permanent residence.
All
ओके,
right.
सो क्रिटिकल स्किल्ड एम्प्लॉयमेंट जो होता है वो होगा ग्रीन कार्ड का। सो ये जो है हाई डिमांड में रहता है, हाई डिमांड जॉब्स विथ हाई प्रोफाइल्स, जैसे कि इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के अगर अप्लाई कर रहे हो, या इंजीनियरिंग रिलेटेड के कुछ अप्लाई कर रहे हो, या हेल्थ केयर के तरफ से कुछ अप्लाई कर रहे हो, द सैलरी इज वेरीज। इट वुड बी समवेयर अराउंड 38,000 euros to 64,000 euros, बेस्ड डिपेंड्स ऑन द जॉब अगेन। सो ये जो है ना फास्ट ट्रैक परमानेंट रेजिडेंस होता है साहिल, जो कि वो 2 years तक होता है।
2 years के बीच में they can easily appoint and give you the PR if the course is listed, if they feel like it, okay, we need you as an individual in the country. So majorly ऐसा सीन रहता है कि मेरे पास अगर क्रिटिकल स्किल है तो मुझे वीआईपी लाउंज मिलेगा, अगर मेरे पास क्रिटिकल स्किल नहीं है तो इट्स मोर लाइक ट्रेन स्टेशन पे वेट कर रहा हूँ, so it's more like a waiting list sort of.
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली
Yeah, I mean it's more like that you have the, if you have a green card then definitely your PR is faster. So yeah.
एग्जैक्टली। तो यहाँ पे भी साहिल, व्हेन यू अप्लाई फॉर अ वीजा ना, देयर वुड बी अगेन अ वीजा कैटेगराइज रहता है, जैसे कि एक नॉर्मल वीजा होता है एंड द अदर वन इज एपीआई वीजा, जो कि अप्रूवल इन प्रिंसिपल वीजा रहता है। ठीक है, नॉर्मल वीजा जो होता है ना साहिल, इट्स यू हैव टू सबमिट एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम फॉर टू गिव द वीजा। ओके, यू हैव टू book, you have to give all your documents. If it is a approval in principle, you will get a condition approval. You have to pay the fees and there would be a lot of conditions need to work on it. So जैसे कि visa also varies. Green card, as like as I've told you, general employment permit के लिए application डाल रहे हो तो इतना salary आएगा, critical skills के लिए आए तो like somewhere around 40,000 euros तक आएगा. So similarly visa category also matters.
Visa category, definitely it matters. So AIP is more like, well, if you date me, you're going to buy us dinner first. It's
Exactly.
more like that. So it's basically
Exactly.
like you approach me first accordingly, then we will have a discussion, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty
moving,
much.
yeah, that's just understandable. Can you when we are discussing visa, so majorly as a counselor, जो questions हमारे पे आते हैं, that is about again the courses. Can you list some very demanding high courses for Ireland? Maybe if you can help us out with that. Let us know that major courses क्या हैं Ireland के लिए.
अच्छा, so the popular courses जो होगा, definitely like from India people
तो
would be,
बेसिकली आपको जॉब मार्केट के लिए रेडी करे. That is what I
या
want.
सो बहुत सारे हैं वैसे तो, जैसे कि इंजीनियरिंग होगा, आईटी होगा, बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट होगा, या ह्यूमैनिटीज होगा, एमबीए होगा, साइकोलॉजिकल हेल्थ केयर साइंसेस। सो देयर आर मेनी मेनी कोर्सेज जो विच आर वेरी पॉपुलर एंड स्पेसिफिकली एक लाइक जो भी कोर्स अगर हम आप लोग देख रहे हैं, स्टूडेंट्स देख रहे हैं, there are few such universities which are very popular and they have a very good future after pursuing certain degree from their particular university. For example, अगर student arts background का हो तो Trinity College of Dublin (TCD) is one of the top-notch university as far the QS ranking is concerned. It is standing on 75th worldwide. Okay,
We were just
so
discussing
ये
about it, one of the most prominent universities over there, UCD and TCD. It's more
exactly.
like कि आपने कभी भी रिसर्च किया रहेगा यूरोपियन कंट्रीज पे, so you might have stumbled across these two options. So these are like the Ivy universities of Europe. I believe you agree to that as well.
Exactly, Sahil. Sahil, there is another university which is very interesting called RCSI. ये जो है ना साइंस स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा रहता है, जैसे कि यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मेडिसिन एंड हेल्थ साइंसेस के लिए होता है। दिस इज एक्चुअली सजेस्टेड टू द कोर्सेस रिलेटेड टू मेडिसिन, नर्सिंग, healthcare sciences, and it was really a very royal charter. It has got like established in 1984. Now it is like a very good largest medical school in Ireland.
So yeah, I mean, totally agree to that. I've heard about this one. It's more like AIMS in Delhi. So you study there,
Exactly,
from there. So yeah.
exactly.
Victoria, we do have one more question. Student is asking, can I work while studying in Ireland, and how much for how much time? I mean, if you can help us with the question.
Thank you for asking this question, my dear friend. See, yes, you can always work while studying. You would be permitted 20 hours per week and 40 hours during your vacations. Okay. And definitely you would, earning somewhere around, 150, 200, euros according to your profession again. So based on the college, it's again case to case where you are studying, which place you are landing, and how is that you are actually, part time jobs are always there. Like you can get into a teaching assistantships or research assistantships, or you can get into the tuitions, or like you can work, if you want to go off campus, you can work into the maths, you can work into, there are many opportunities in Ireland. Yes, it is highly paid country.
Yeah, I mean, a part-time, full-time job opportunities definitely depend upon आप किस location पर हो. If you are into capital city somewhere around Dublin, getting a part-time, full-time won't be an issue. If you're looking for something inside university, I do remember a few of my students getting, placed inside university, working for library, working for student council, they are earning good. इसके अलावा और
Exactly.
भी बहुत सारे विक्टोरिया पर्क्स आई बिलीव आते हैं, आपके पास भी केसेस आए होंगे जिनमें स्टूडेंट का इनसाइड कैंपस कुछ जॉब लगा, वो यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर ही रह रहा, अकोमोडेशन रह के काफी कम में उससे मिल गया। मेरे काफी
Exactly.
जानने वाले स्टूडेंट्स के साथ ये चीज रही है। सो अगेन, अगर आप यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर करते हो, मिल जाता है अगर, तो अगेन इट्स अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन, यू शुड टेक इट।
Yeah.
इसलिए
So,
ट्राई।
and
हाँ, यू आर सेइंग समथिंग।
I was like, wanting to tell about the post-study work rights also. Ki after graduation, if a student is from bachelor's, he can have a 1 year of visa extension. जो कि there would be a certain levels in Ireland, Sahil. जैसे कि 11/8 पे होगा bachelor's, 11/9 पे होगा masters, ठीक है? तो 1 year bachelor's, 1 year visa would be given to him in order to get himself, adjust and search for a jobs and all. If it is a master's, 2 years of visa would be permitted. He can search for a jobs and look for a work permit, and he can always have a Netflix according to the job search always.
Yeah, I understand. So again, as you were stating about it only, basically, when it comes to visa part itself, we already listed the documents जो हमने सेशन के स्टार्टिंग में ही आप बताया कि बेसिकली कुछ एक डॉक्यूमेंट जिसमें आपके फाइनेंसेस में रिक्वायर्ड है, 6 मंथ्स का बैंक स्टेटमेंट रिक्वायर्ड है, ऑफर लेटर जो कि आपका एक नॉर्मल हर जगह पे रिक्वायर्ड होता है, सो दैट। एंड मास्टर्स के बाद आपका 2 साल का PSW इंटैक्ट रहता है, सो वो है। बैचलर 1 साल का है, तो अगेन, और ये लेवल वाला सिस्टम जो मैंने देखा, ये हर कंट्री में अपना अलग अलग होता है, इनफैक्ट कनाडा
Correct.
में भी सेम है आई बिलीव, जिसमें
Correct.
आप एक लेवल, स्पेसिफिक लेवल का कोर्स करते हो, स्पेसिफिक आपको वीजा जो है वो अपॉइंट होता है। सो आई बिलीव दिस इज very insightful in terms of giving out the information that I would moving along again, when it we would like to have some more discussion. If let's say I would as a student, if someone is noting down the list of documents required, how would you list the required proper documents? We were just like, okay, talking about tidbits के, हाँ ऑफर लेटर हो गया, ये हो गया, बट अब अगर आप एक काम करो, उसको एक लिस्टेड फॉर्मेट में बता दो, ताकि स्टूडेंट्स आप उसको लिस्ट डाउन कर ले कि अगर मैं अपना प्रोसेस कंप्लीट कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई करने के बाद अगर मैं वीजा वीजा के लिए जा रहा हूँ अप्लाई करने, तो व्हाट विल बी द रिक्वायर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट्स फ्रॉम, यू कैन
Yeah.
लिस्ट इट।
या सो वेल साहिल, वीजा के लिए डॉक्यूमेंट्स तो आपने जैसे बोला, लाइक पासपोर्ट इज रिक्वायर्ड, ऑफर लेटर फ्रॉम आयरिश इंस्टीट्यूट्स इज रिक्वायर्ड, वीजा एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म इज रिक्वायर्ड, पासपोर्ट साइज फोटोज इज रिक्वायर्ड, academics, IELTS, proof of tuition fees, or like if we need more documents, I mean, like there are more documents need to be submitted, जैसे कि medical insurance हो, statement of purpose. आपको पता है statement of purpose plays a vital role here, Sahil. It's all about the short term and long term goals. In order to, it's because end of the day statement of purpose plays, like it's something represent you to the university as well, like the MC there. So in this case, like that should be very strong, and accommodation proof, immigration history जो भी है, if a student is having. So these are few documents, there are many more need to be submitted.
आई मीन इसके अलावा फ्यू डॉक्यूमेंट्स, अगर आपने कहीं ट्रैवल किया है, पुरानी कोई इमिग्रेशन हिस्ट्री है, सो इट्स मोर लाइक दैट। सो बेसिकली इज लाइक गिव देम एवरीथिंग बट नॉट योर नेटफ्लिक्स पासवर्ड, आपको सारा का सारा अपना डिटेल्स सबमिट करना ही करना है, आई गेस, सो दैट।
Correct,
या।
correct.
So, moving along, can you tell us about, let's say, if a student, I got my visa, right? So, what is the pathway after that? I mean, if I decide, let's say I've got my everything, I got everything, I'm done with the process. Now, when I land into Ireland, what about then? I mean, what's the process accordingly, if you can?
Yeah. So जैसे कि you any student has to get registered in Garda, which is like it's a registered NIGNIB होता है वो. So usually once the student is landing into Ireland, his or her visa would be valid for 180 days initially. Okay. He must go and get registered in GNIB to get a Irish residence, which is a it's a kind of Irish residence permit, which is called IRP. It is an official proof of being a student there. Okay.
So yeah, it's more like your Desi auntie asking you how long you'll be staying. So like
Exactly.
that. Agreed to that point. Although as I said कि ये BRP वगैरह जो सिस्टम सेम उसी की तरह है. जब आप किसी कंट्री में लैंड हो तो आपके पास एक लिमिटेड टाइम फ्रेम है अपने आप को रजिस्टर करना है. अगर नहीं, so they can take some disciplinary action against you. Maybe your visa can be cancelled. You might be deported. So don't do anything as such. I that would be my personal suggestion. We have one more question, Victoria. I would like to read it for you. What are some high demanding job sectors in Ireland currently, if you like to answer the question for us?
Yeah, the high demanding. I think, my dear friend, I have to ask you a reverse question. What is the packages that you're looking at when you say high demanding? For example, if you're an IT student, your package that is in high demand. If you're an engineering student, you are also into high demand jobs. You can always get into the healthcare. If you're a science student, you would always earn somewhere around 70,000 euros approximately. So different. That depends on the domain what you are actually.
Yeah.
Then, that also depends on the PR. If you're getting into this, fast track PR for 2 years would be eligible.
Yeah, I mean, for adding to your answer only, I believe a few very important sectors, starting from again IT and software. We have been talking about it, how Ireland is becoming a new hub for students who are into IT. Then you have AI and big data, data science, data analytics, business analytics, pharma and medtech. Definitely after COVID, every country is looking for an individual जो मेडिकल में उनको किसी भी तरीके से असिस्टेंस प्रोवाइड कर सके. सो अगर आप एक मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड से आते हो, definitely without a doubt Ireland is a place for you wherein you can fast track your career, and you can be be somewhere in a span of 3-4 years majorly. Financial services में अगर financial risk management जैसे courses हो गए, stock management जैसे course हो गए, इनमें, and every country as of right now, and I believe you will be agreeing to this point here, is looking for alternative sources of energy. So
Exactly.
so green energy, sustainability, MSc सस्टेनेबल इंजीनियरिंग, रिन्यूएबल इंजीनियरिंग, आई गेस ये कोर्सेज हमेशा ही हाई डिमांड में रहते हैं. सो दिस इज द आइडिया फॉर इट. So yeah, moving along to the next topic, we are having discussion. So let's say me being as a student, I've listed and I've gathered all my documents. I'm done with it. Now I wanted to understand what are the VFS centers in India, like where I can get myself registered and get an appointment for Ireland visa, and how these certain cities, if you can list down for our students.
Well, Sahil, VFS centers across India, we have many, though. There are few, like one is in New Delhi, the other one is in Mumbai, the other one is Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Kochi, Chandigarh, and etc. So the student can get into, at least, like as already have said, like definitely 3 months before the student has to start the planning, because it's too difficult to get the visa slots.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the major thing is if you are a self-funded student, 6 months का फंडिंग आपको दिखाना है, तो आपको बहुत एक साल पहले से, 6-8 महीने पहले से इसकी प्लानिंग करनी शुरू कर देनी है accordingly.
Exactly.
Exactly. And coming along, we have a question from Peekaboo, and she states, what are the documents required for the process, she's asking. We've already listed the list of documents. If you're looking to go into, go for a bachelor's degree, then your 10th, 12th, then your whatever academics you have done apart from 10th, 12th, and then your passport. So major documents that is required for every other country, the documents remain the same. However, इसके बाद statement of purpose references are always required. हो सकता है initially नहीं मांगे but बाद में मांगेंगे. IELTS mandatory है. स्टार्टिंग में अगर आपके पास नहीं है वी कैन डू एप्लीकेशंस आई बिलीव विक्टोरिया विल बी हैविंग सम अंडरस्टैंडिंग एज वेल वुड बी अग्रीइंग टू दिस पॉइंट कि
Exactly.
इनिशियली आइल्स मतलब मांगते नहीं है वो बट बाद में दे कैन आस्क दे विल डेफिनेटली आस्क फॉर इट सो आइल्स या पीटी या इंग्लिश का एग्जाम दैट इज ऑल एंड फॉर मास्टर्स डिग्री डेफिनेटली आपके बैचलर्स के डॉक्यूमेंट लगेंगे डेफिनेटली आपका एसओपी आपका एलओआर रेफरेंसेस जो भी बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट डॉक्यूमेंट जो होते हैं. I believe that sums up the answer. Moving along, can you give us an idea about let's say if I want to have a major understanding about the total funding that I have to show in my account. So how should we approach this, and what is the fees requirement for it if you can list out everything there is.
The total funds you're talking about, Sahil?
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about the funding part itself here on.
Yeah. So as like the student, if you have to prove as your can be afforded, like tuition fees plus living expenses is something like they have to show approximately 54 से लेके 60,000 euros तक तो दिखाना है जैसे कि per year का होगा like living expenses 12,000 euros and for masters approximately based on the university again so moderate university would be looking up to 15,000 euros for 2 years it would be for 30 okay as a tuition fees 12,000 is living expenses for 2 years, it would be for 24. So approximately it takes you around 54,000 euros.
Somewhere in between, I guess. I mean, this is
Approximately, yeah.
yeah, that is the approximate requirements is somewhere around. I mean, that again depends upon what scholarship you got and things like that. उसके
Exactly.
अलावा I mean यूनिवर्सिटी की फीस कितनी है जहाँ आप रह रहे हो उसका accommodation का चार्ज. We do have another question from Suruchi. She is asking which universities in Ireland generally support employability. So, Dev, would you like to take this question?
Hello.
Yeah, Victoria, am I
Yes,
audible?
Sahil. Can you
Yeah.
again pardon me again?
Yeah, sorry. So, Suruchi is asking the question, which universities in Ireland genuinely support employability? That is a question.
That's it's not precisely university that depends on your like percentages and all so there is no kind of like supporting or like a particular student such something like that yes whatever if you're doing your masters you have to give your best so that you would be get recruited into a top notch companies as I've already initially said like we have a very good headquarters in Ireland जैसे कि Google हुआ Meta हुआ like there are many different Apple companies here so they can come and hire you so I would always suggest you perform better in your studies than to get a better opportunity so there is no such thing called like university will support you or like demote you something like that.
Yeah, I mean, universities definitely look up to the potential too. And if you are looking forward to, we were discussing about DCU earlier. So I believe, adding to your answer, if you're looking forward to it, if I'm listing some universities according to my experience, which are very good in terms of helping the students with employability, with things like that. So again, look to UCD and TCD first because of their ranking. Students coming in from different countries and companies coming up for their sessions, companies coming up for holding different types of activities and events. So that DCU again, I said because I do had multiple students in DCU within the past year, got to know that many different they have this section wherein they host different events coming up from the industry experts from the IT field, from supply chain management, and other sectors will be coming in. They will be hosting session. They will be asking students doubt, and so it's more like that. So yeah. So again, this definitely depends upon student का जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट है या जिस कोर्स के लिए वो देख रहा है and कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज के स्पेसिफिक कोर्सेज ज्यादा लाइक डिमांड में होते हैं और फिर उनका एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी भी उस हिसाब से वेरी करता है.
But yes, adding on to your point, Sahil, we would definitely wanting our students to go with the expert advice like us, so that like we can suggest them the best. Because आपको पता है last time one of the students by name Rakesh, जो उसने like उसके funds ठीक ठाक थे, but at the end of the time when it got to the like kind of visa booking slots and all, he was falling insufficient funds and all. Okay, for which like he had already filed a visa, uska like चले गया like into our rejections. तो ऐसे थोड़े थोड़े चीजें होते हैं जो कि that directly takes to the rejection. अगर एक बार rejection student पे आ गया, then the student has to get into the kind of like explanation why the rejection has happened. So there are slightly minor mistakes where every student would be doing. So we would definitely, I would strongly recommend the students to go to an expert advice before like they take up the decision on the particular program with the particular university.
I understand. I remember I do had one student talking about a few cases over here. So when I take a look at it, I had a student who had rejection from UK, जबकि UK से rejection जल्दी किसी को आता नहीं है, but उसे rejection था. And उसके बाद we were looking forward to some options in Ireland. He got into DCU and ultimately उसका सारा काम काफी smoothly हुआ. And the major fact I was talking about कि उसने उसका IELTS में अटक रहा था. उसने आइल्स 3-4 बार दिया बट हुआ नहीं उसका सो दैट बट देन वी tried for it and Ireland accepted him even though he had rejection for UK. तो definitely it's if you have that kind of doubt going on back of your head कि नहीं भाई मतलब मेरा rejection है नहीं हो पाएगा तो नहीं ऐसा नहीं है we can because again we were discussing about it कि rejection का reason क्या है.
हाँ, correct. So
That-
definitely the reasons are always like encouraged with the Irish embassy. पता है like as for the funds are also concerned ना Sahil, we have to discuss this. एक बार like 3 lakhs से लेके 30 lakhs overnight पे हो जाता है, which like
I mean,
definitely like embassy would be looking up to it. So थोड़े थोड़े ऐसे चीजें हैं जो कि like student could like would be taking up the decision.
yeah, definitely. So this was it from my side, and this was a really, really fun session having, this very elaborative discussion with you regarding a very beautiful destination that is Ireland. For again someone who's looking into it, definitely reach out to us. We will be more than happy to assist you. We don't have any charges for assisting you for the services. Come up to us and we'll give you the best options there is for according to your profile. So definitely that
Yeah,
and
we are always there to support you as per your queries are concerned, grievances are concerned. And like, yes, as an Ireland counselor, I would definitely give you the best of like, best according to your profile. And yeah, we can always have a happy kind of applications.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that was all from our side. Thank you so much for joining everyone.
Thank you all for joining us AMA session. That was a great interactive session with you
Too
all.
many, yeah, too many good questions coming up, and it was an interactive session. So yeah, we do have another session coming up. I believe you can see it's Gateway to Germany. So whatever doubts you have, you can join, and we'll see you up in the next one. Thank you, Stan. Thank you so much for
If you
joining.
have more like questions or topic, you can always we will always like to discuss here. Feel free to ask us all the questions. Don't forget to follow us, like us, share us as an
And
AMA.
subscribe to the channel. It's free and
Subscribe to
nothing to charge
channel.
you for anything. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Bye.